Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, the weather definitely cooperated with us, especially if you like spring. If you liked ice fishing, it wasn't so favorable, especially with the wind. Boy, the wind was quite brutal on Thursday and Friday, wasn't it? But the main question we had received a lot this past week was, how is the ice? How is the ice integrity? The ice is fine, folks. You get out in the ice, you're dealing with still anywhere from 16 to 20 inches of ice in many locations. I think the biggest question that all of us have right now is the integrity of the access. I mean, all the truck traffic and everything else, all the mud that's been tracked out onto the ice is really taking a toll on it, especially on sunny days. So that's the biggest question that I have and that we're going to be dealing with over the next week. I think honestly, foot traffic, ATV traffic is still going to be fine. Truck traffic is going to be real questionable unless you can, the access is fine. But the main thing is, again, getting this time of the year, be safe, be smart, and drill holes as you go out on the ice to make sure that you're dealing with safe and sound ice, okay? So keep that in mind. As far as the bite is concerned, really the bite was kind of off in many locations, especially with the perch bite. Really a light biting perch in many areas, and I think the weather had a part to play in that. But some of the lakes that produce walleyes up in the Northeast include Bitter, Waubay, and by the way, Bitter mainly a lot of mixed results. The best bite obviously was at night. Main story also at Waubay during the day, and it's just a few and far between. And then also a lot of the sloughs around Webster. Indian Springs turned on quite well for a lot of nice walleyes. We even weighed in a 30-inch walleye, over 10 pounds here at the store, and you'll see that on the photos coming up. Down the eastern part of the state, lakes included Ponset, Sinai, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours, Thompson, 81 Ponds, Brush, late afternoon and evening hours as well, and then Lake Henry, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, and then also Vermilion. Guys, we're catching a few walleyes out there. And what have guys been using? A lot of rattle jigs, buckshot rattle spoons, Lindy rat and flyer, rip and wraps, and also now the new ones that guys have been using is the lure from Lunker Hunt, the natural hatch lure. It actually looks like a small bait fish, and guys have been using these and really coming back for more. So stop on by and get your bait today. As I mentioned, folks, the perch bite was quite light and it was off a little bit throughout the past week. But guys still came away with some nice perch of late. Some of the lakes that really turned on for perch was Indian Springs, and we've been talking about it off and on throughout this past season, but Indian Springs really turned on not only for walleye, but also for perch this past weekend. Also, other lakes include Whitewood, still doing well. Ponset, you got to move around quite a bit on both of those lakes to find the active fish. Sinai, Horseshoe, Big Stone, Island and Twin all produced some perch throughout the weekend. As far as the crappie bite is concerned, Thompson, Sinai, especially the late afternoon and evening hours during in the deep water, and then pickerel and Ponset, and only a few crappies been caught at Ponset. And what have they been using as far as jigs are concerned? Again, a lot of small slender spoons. Also, banana bugs with Trigger X plastics have been working really well. Also, the 360 jigs by Lindy have also been producing some nice perch of late as well, and then tipped with waxworms or maggots, so keep that in the back of your mind. And then as far as the pike bite is concerned, a lot of nice pike being caught around the area. We have plenty of chubs as well as smelt on hand, so stop on by and get that. Some of the lakes that have been producing nice pike include Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Thompson, Cottonwood, as well as Ponset. So again, if you're looking for pike, now's the time to start going out targeting that species of fish. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week, including that 30-inch walleye. And remember folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to either Todd@DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, as we end this week's report, I want to draw your attention to some ongoing sales we have here at the store. Obviously, as ice fishing season ends, all remaining clothing, electronics, rods and combos. Also, one last Strike Master auger we have to sell. They're all at great prices, at dealer cost. So stop on by and take advantage of the great prices. Also, all remaining ice jigs, 20% off. So stop on by and stock up on all your ice fishing needs. And as I mentioned, as ice fishing season ends, we're going to be transitioning the store over to open water tackle over the next couple of weeks. And that brings my attention to something else, that if you have a planned trip to Canada or Lake Erie and you need a flat of crawlers, by all means, give us a call to reserve your flat today, and we can pack it in dirt or in paper at no additional cost. So make sure you give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.